9-4 is just an exercise to kind of make you understand how we do some of these present value calculations, or how you would do them, I guess, in the old-fashioned way. Sorry, we'll make you do things the old-fashioned way, but basically what we're saying is, and they give you the number. I kind of calculated it because I want to use different numbers, but what we're saying is that we figured through doing math and whatnot that a discount, what do I want to call that, the the 0.909 is what it is in your guys's example, that is equal to a 10% interest rate. And what that really means, if you're looking at that, is that, boy, if you had $9,090, okay, at the start of the year, and you earned 10% interest, it would be worth $10,000 then at the end of the year. Okay, we can calculate that easily, what that factor is, just like this. Okay, what I did, remember we did the present value calculations there on 2, so I did future value one. You guys don't need to do this part, but I did future value, and I chose 5% as a rate, and future value is $1,000, a good even number, because that'll make my percent really easy. And then 1 year, a 1 year period of time, right? And so my present value is $952. Well, that's a factor then of 95%, right? Or 0.9524. Okay, so oops, we'll make this $1,000. So what that says then, and this math will be pretty easy, but if I want to know what my present value, and they express it kind of funny in your question. It says, what's the value of your investment 2 years from now if I were going to have $1,000, let's say 3 years from now, just like your guys' problem. So this is what I'm going to have 3 years from now. Well, what's the value of my $1,000 2 years from now? Well, it's the value, it's the present value of this over 1 year, so it's going to end up giving me this answer. But if I multiply it, it's just simply taking my factor times my amount. Okay, so $952, and I can get the decimals out a little bit. Okay, and yeah, I do have some rounding, right? Okay, because I didn't take my factor all the way out. Okay, so then it says, what's the value of your investment 1 year from now? Well, then that is simply saying that this is what it is 2 years from now. So what's the discount, or what's the present value of this then, again, 1 year, and so it's just multiplying it by the same factor, right? So it's equal to this times my factor, okay, or 90707, okay. And so then what's the value of that? Okay, what's the value of that, I should say this then, right now? Okay, at 5%, your guys' is of course 10%, but mine's at 5%, and so again I'm just going to simply take my factor times what my prior one was, my prior. Look at that. Yeah, I'm 5 cents off, okay, and that's because of some of the rounding that I did up there in the factor, but I come up with the same answer as if I did a present value calculation. Okay, mine's positive here and this one's negative, and I'm not going to get too uptight, over positives and negatives when it comes to this, so you guys know. There will be times when it's important, but this is not one of those. So okay, and all I said here was, I want to test this, and you guys are required to test it in D, and they want you to go back to the back of the book, and that's okay. I would rather see you do this though, and that is do the test using the formulas that they give you, or the functions that they give you in Excel, because honestly, you're probably not going to have this book 5 years from now, but you're probably going to have access to Excel, and so remembering how to do this is going to be really important, right? Okay, so yeah, some of this is going to get kind of repetitive, and you guys maybe, hopefully, you get like me, where you could kind of do it in your sleep. Okay. By the way, the biggest mistake that students end up making oftentimes is getting the payment versus the future value thing goofed up. Okay, where in this case, we've got the 3. Okay, if I put let me erase what I just did, but if I happen to put the payment in here as the $1,000, look at that. I mean, look at how much of a change that is for the number, right? So I've got to be real careful and make sure that I put those in the right place. And there you go, proof, that I can do this factor and do the multiplication, and it comes up with the same answers if I do the present value function that Excel gives us. There's 9-4.